Hey, what's up, everybody? We're talking about how Exponential is your organization, and I'm John Harris from Exponential Entrepreneur Academy, and we've been going over a series of questions just to try and get and ascertain how exponential you are, or directions that you need to think about. And we've got a series of questions, specifically focus areas, and with each question, then there's a couple of options, like a multiple choice. You can just think about it and perhaps answer something that makes sense to you. So the first area now, which is actually coming up to question 10, the area we're focusing on now is data and algorithms. And the first question is, to what extent do you use algorithms and machine learning to make meaningful decisions? Excuse me. Option A, we don't do any meaningful data analysis. Option B, we collect and analyze data mostly from reporting or by reporting systems. And C, we use machine learning and algorithms to analyze data and drive actionable decisions. Option D, our products and services are built around algorithms and machinery, for example, PageRank. Question 11, do you share strategy data assets internally across the company or expose them externally to your community? And the option A, we don't share data even between departments. B, we have data shared between the departments. For example, we use internal dashboards. And option C, we expose some data to key suppliers, for example, EDI, interfaces or API. And option D, we expose some data to our external ecosystems via open APIs, for example, Twitter. Okay, so the next key area we're talking about is interfaces and processes. And it's question 12. So, do you have specialized processes for managing the output of externalities within your organization? And the first option we have here is we don't leverage externalities. We have no special process to capture and manage externalities. B, we have dedicated staff to manage externalities, for example, XPRIZE. C, we have automated processing of one externality, for example, Elance. And D, we have automated processing of several externalities, for example, Indiegogo. Question 13, how replicable and scalable are key processes outside your core organization? And the first option, A, we have traditional, mostly manual processes confined to SOPs. B, some of our processes are scalable and repeatable, but only inside the organization. And C, some of our processes operate outside the organization, for example, TEDx events. Option D, most core processes are self-provisioning and outside the organization via a scalable platform, for example, Airbnb. And the next area we're going to focus on is real-time data boards and employment. And here the first question is question 14. We're up to, which metrics do you track about your organization and your product? Innovation, portfolio. And option A is we only check traditional KPIs monthly or quarterly or annually, for example, sales, costs, profits. B, we collect some real-time traditional metrics from transactional systems, for example, ERP. And option C, we collect real-time traditional metrics and lean startup metrics. And finally, option D, we collect real-time traditional metrics and with lean startup value and learning metrics like repeat usage, monetization, referral, and NPS. And the last question really in this section is, do you have use for some variant or objectives and key results, OKRs, to track individual team performance? So option A, no, we use traditional quarterly and annual performance reviews or 360 reviews of stack ranking. And B, we have implemented OKRs in innovation areas or at the edges of the organization. And C, OKRs are used across the organization. D, OKRs are used across the organization with full transparency, for example, with Google, where everyone can observe each other's performances. So the next area, and we will be talking about, is experimentation and risk. And we'll carry on with that one, I think, next time, so that it's just not too much information to take on board in one shot. So we will see you in the next video. You can get all back issues at johnarthurharris.blogspot.com, and it's everything that's revolving around exponentials, and this is the questions you can ask yourself, that you've really got some of these things in place, and to what degree you've got them in place, which would show you how